What's going on, everybody? Daryl Andrews, Coach D here again with another of my LinkedIn and YouTube, Facebook lives. I like to do these every now and then just to share information that's of importance to people. And man, I'll tell you something. We just came back. My wife and I just celebrated. Listen to this: 27 years of marriage. How often do you hear that nowadays? Literally, 27 years of marriage, and we had a chance to fly over to San Juan, Puerto Rico with my beautiful bride and looking like she's 20 something. Really, literally 20 something. And just posted some pictures of us on the various social media sites. And but I'll tell you, it was just an amazing time. We went to San Juan, stayed at a beautiful hotel. It was 85, degrees, and it just was beautiful. And had a chance to go to the beach and hang on the beach, palm trees, and man, we had a blast. We had a blast. I mean, I told her I don't really want to come back, so let's buy a home in San Juan and stay here, and had the kids come over and visit us. But man, we had a great time. But while I was over there, there's a lot of things we would do. I mean, we would take walks on the beach. We would just kind of go in town and look at. We went to San Juan and Old San Juan and walked around town, had lunch there. And man, I tell you something. I mean, I came back so refreshed, just so refreshed. Enjoyed my wife. We just had fun. We laughed. We played games with the different games we had, and I tell you, we just had a ball. I looked at the beautiful view from a hotel room. They had a hotel next to ours, the El San Juan hotel, that had salsa dancing at night. So we were over there doing some salsa dancing, and I realized something. I just want to talk about it for just a few moments. We often get so busy with life that we fail to realize that a lot of times, and depending on how people are wired in particular, we spend a lot of time pouring out. I know I've talked about this before, but I want to revisit it. But we pour out a lot. We always giving of ourselves. Somebody's situation, somebody's challenge, somebody's circumstance, and people have no problem calling you. They'll call you. This is going on. That's going on. And that's cool. In particular, people that you care about and they care about you, and that's fine. But very few people ever take the time to take care of themselves. You know, I give a shout out to my beautiful wife one more time. And, she's been on a journey and, health and diet, and she's doing some things. And man, she just, as I said, you really are taking good care of yourself. And it shows. She looks good, you know, but she has made herself, a priority when it comes to taking care of herself. Her diet and her exercise and her mental and health, physical well-being are important to her, and of course to me. And I'm the same way. I mean, I do the exercise. I'm looking at my diet and watching things, but I'm a priority to myself. And I'm saying that because I don't want to sound arrogant, but it's hard to pour out. All right, if you're not poured into sometime. And I'm saying that because right now we live in people say post COVID. We're not post yet. We're still in the middle of this pandemic. We still have masks. We still have mask mandates. When we were over in Puerto Rico, you had to show your vaccination card everywhere. There's nothing you can go into without showing your card. So we're not over it yet. So there's still trauma. There's battles as to if I should wear a mask, if I shouldn't wear a mask. There's all kinds of other conflicts going on. And so the reality is we can have a tendency sometimes to spend a lot of time in the throes of all the challenges and struggles of life that we don't come up and breathe and say, well, how am I doing? And how am I feeling? And I know this is strange for some people because like, Coach, what are you talking about? I'm not supposed to do that. Well, why not? Because the reality is if you don't do it, who will? If you don't take care of you, all right, well, other people see you as a priority for them to think that way. And so this is for you as an individual. If you work for an organization, this is for you as an organization too, because you got individuals who work within the organizations who need to hear this. So this is one of the videos you want to share with people. And here's my point. You need to take care of yourself. You need to think about things that you enjoy, things that you like to do, things that make your happy place, and you need to put some time into that. Because what happens is we have a tendency, like I said, time goes by, it slips by. Then you looked up and you're like, what am I doing? It's just one daily grind after the next. I love business like everybody else. I like making money like the next person. But some people just all they put their life and energy into is grinding in business, and then they look up and realize they never even enjoyed what they're grinding for. Never take a vacation, never take a break, never breathe, never go have fun, just always grinding. And so what's the purpose? Like you start thinking about, what am I doing this for? You're doing this for so that you and your family can have some enjoyable experiences. You're doing this so that you and your your kids or your spouse can do some neat things, or you're doing this so that you can be of a betterment to your community, be able to help people, give to different causes and things like that. And so, sometimes you got to come up from all of that and just say, you know what, I just need to chill a little bit and just breathe and enjoy life. You know, take trips if I can, because not everybody's able to. Find a place, but everyone can go somewhere. Favorite park, or a lake nearby or something like that. Or one thing we're big on in my family, and that is physically taking care of yourself. Work out, exercise. Go to the gym. I'm in my 50s and I'm still kicking it, man. I still kick it. Not like I was in high school, but I kick it. Probably more so when I think about when I add endurance and everything to it. So I might be doing more. So I'm saying to you today that it's important to have, and you've heard this term before, but it's so important for you to have self-care. It really is. Because in particular, all that we're going through today, if we don't make self-care a priority, what will typically happen, we start finding ourselves feeling sluggish. We'll start feeling tired, exhausted, irritable. Everything becomes a problem. What people say become caustic to you because you haven't taken the time to decompress. So I'm not here to do a class or a lecture or an instructional thing. What you do is on you. But what I'm trying to say is make it a priority. Put together a goal planned around a plan around self-care. And in that plan, look at things I need to do daily, things I need to do weekly, maybe things I need to do monthly. So like with my marriage, my wife and I, it's just been great because we made part of our self-care is making our marriage a priority. So, we went away and we're going to do, bi-weekly dates and things like that. Because why? That time is important. That time is important. And so that's part of your relaxed time, your downtime, things like that. I need to look at my diet, my exercise. What am I eating? Some of these foods that we eat, many times they cause us to feel a certain way. If we eat too many sweets and sugars, sugar can make you extremely irritable. Some people don't realize they're eating chocolate. Like a lot of times people love chocolate. I'm getting in trouble now. Don't beat me up with some of y'all chocolate lovers. But it elicits a response inside the body that causes people to become irritable if they have too much of it. If you eat foods that could be too greasy, and then you're saying, why do I feel this way? And why do I think this way? Well, it could be because of what we're eating. So part of self-care is diet. My wife has me encouraged me around this thing she does called bright line eating. Bright line eating. Take a look at it. I do intermittent fasting. Because why? The reality is a lot of times the things we eat, we don't need to eat all. I eat a couple meals a day. I don't eat all. I'm not one of those folks that sit around and eat all day long. Couple meals, healthy meals, bright line meals, reduce the sugars, reduce the flours, things like that. And just focus on those things that's going to give your body strength and energy, the vegetables, things like that. So, self-care is looking at all of these things. So I'm saying this to say that self-care is a priority, but it also needs to be strategic, which means that I need to have a plan. I need to, like I said, my planner right here is my best friend because everything is in here. And I know what my days look like. I know what my goals are. I put in there my water, the amount of water I'm drinking, all these different things. And I'm looking at it. Why? Because I will never take self-care seriously if I wing it. If a person is trying to lose weight, they got to put goals down. Where am I this week? Where am I next week? All these things are a priority when it comes to taking care of me, taking care of myself. And so I'm just going to encourage you to really make self-care a priority. All right. Because like, for instance, in workplaces, sometimes we don't focus in it on in the workplace. Then you know, we have people come to work and it's just a routine. Because why? I'm not taking time to take care of myself. So I go to work, I'm mad, I'm frustrated. And then next thing you know, you can't get along with people, attitudes, dispositions. Why? Because, you go in and you got to do these work assignments, but you're coming in and you sometimes already may have some frustration because of some other things that's going on. And so what self-care does, it gives you a different perspective on going to work. Because you know what, you feel good about yourself, you feel good about what you're doing, you feel good about the progress that you're making, all these different things, and so we're gonna get ready to conclude, but the reality is, make self-care a priority and a strategy. Now I'm going to say this for those of you who work in workforce development or social services and maybe education. We've partnered with the Pennsylvania Workforce Development Association. All right. And we're going to be doing some monthly self-care coaching programs. And so I'm going to put that in the chat feature for those of you who can see it. But, we are going to be doing this. We're going to be literally looking at it. And I know a lot of you out there in workforce development, because I've interacted with a lot of you, this is really going to be something special because we're going to do something every month for 4 months. It's a 4-month self-care program. We're going to look at a variety of different aspects of self-care in the industry, specifically for, compassion fatigue and all the things that come along with that. But then what can we do to combat compassion fatigue for those who serve people all the time? And so take a look at that information. I just put a link in. If you're interested in more information, take a look at that, particularly if you're in the workforce development or human services space. This is going to be powerful, right, in Pennsylvania, and but virtually. They're doing all of this virtual to make self-care a top priority. So again, take a look at that link. But the reality is this, and this is important. The reality is, if you don't take care of yourself, who will? If you don't say, yeah, okay, I got you. Thank you, Lucille. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's really important. Appreciate you typing that in the feature here. Anybody else, if you're out there, feel free, because we get so busy, man, that we don't stop and pause and smell the roses. And I'll tell you something, that leads to some things. Sometimes it leads to anxiety. Sometimes it leads to, people feeling like nobody in the world cares. And you get out and you start taking care of yourself and getting involved and getting engaged and going to, like, using my wife again. My wife is really into book clubs. And so she buys the book. There's a bookstore down in DC she likes to go to, buy the books, and she goes to different events and see, Gabrielle Union here and somebody else there. And that's powerful. That's her time. You know what I mean? We got a little 11-year-old daughter. We got her. She goes. That's her time. She does her thing. And guess what? She's refreshed. Now, fellas, I'm going to tell you a little something. This is for the fellas out there. Your wife needs her time. She needs her time, man. She can't just be, every day just to grind out and, dinner and food and meals and kids. And she needs her time. Now, we need ours too, but she needs her. So a lot of times you find that a lot of times people are frustrated because they don't get no time. It's a constant grind in the same space. You see, so that's just a little bit of marriage counseling right there, relationship counseling, but it's the truth. So I'm getting ready to conclude because I don't want to sound like I'm belaboring this point. You got to make this a strategy. And if you're interested in the strategy, we're going to be introducing here through my partnership with the Pennsylvania Workforce Development Association. Take a look at this link. Go see if it's something you'd like to participate in, and join us. We're going to start. Our first event is October 25th. We have an event every month. It's going to be powerful. We're building a self-care dream team where folks are going to be encouraging each other and inspiring each other and all of that. And coach is going to be doing a lot more of this kind of stuff. We're going to start building these teams. All right. That's why they call me the coach. And for y'all don't know, I'm undefeated too. Undefeated coach. All right. But no. And if you want more information about us, you can just go to our website. I just popped that in there as well. That's the website to our company. We do personal coaching. We do organizational coaching, leadership, diversity, equity, inclusion. There's a variety of different things we do. Leadership development, teamwork integration, core values integration, general motivation programs and coaching. So we're very active, very busy. Customers all over the country making a big difference. But today I just wanted to give this to you. This is a video. For those who watch it, it's not a seminar. Because I tell people, I get people tell me, "Oh, what's your seminar?" This is not a seminar. Okay. This is just me sharing some information that's helpful. And hopefully it was helpful. So remember, self-care. If you don't take care of you, who will? It doesn't mean now I'm going to go off and be arrogant or I'm going to go off and be self-centered. But man, you got to give yourself some time and give yourself some space so that, you can start your week off. I'll say this before I go. 20 years ago, when I wrote the book, How to Find Your Passion and Make a Living at It, 20 years ago, actually, it's hard to believe it's been that long. On the back of the book, I have a statement that few people have taken and run with it called "Thank God It's Monday." I was the first person in the United States to say that because people thought I was crazy. And I mean it. My book is evidence that I was. But I put that on there, on that book. All right, thank God it's Monday, because when a person is, doing what they love to do, when a person is taking care of themselves, when a person has a sense of fulfillment and destiny in what they're doing, Monday is not a bad day. You know what I mean? It really isn't. Why? Because I'm fulfilled in who I am. I'm excited about who I am. I'm excited about what I'm doing. I'm excited about my career, excited about I'm taking care of myself, excited about my kids, excited about my future, things like that. I got 4 beautiful kids, and they're the joys of my life. I'm telling you, along with my beautiful wife, just the joys of my life. And I'll tell you something, they're all making their mark on society, but we raised them to take pride in who you are. You know what I mean? You can lead, you can be a leader, you can make some things happen. And all my kids have got the message, and they're doing things with their life. But the reason why they were raised around this stuff, man. This is just, don't take the caps off, the lids off. You can maximize your potential, but you got to take care of yourself. You got to you got to see the potential in yourself. You can't allow others to shape who you are. You got to shape who you are. Now, that's not popular with a lot of people because they think, how many people are trying to control you nowadays? It's crazy. But I've raised my children to be independent thinkers and to see the potential in themselves and be able to take their ideas and dreams and build something out. You see what I'm saying? And that's what, they're doing. I mean, the life that they're living is a byproduct of what they were exposed to, and they believe in it, with having a mom that teaches the way she teaches and a dad who continually motivates and inspires. So anyway, I'm going off into another topic. Back to you. Take care of yourself, all right? And make yourself a priority. And do me a favor. I'm going to give you my email address. I like to do this, okay? Every now and then. And most folks don't follow up on it, man. But I just tell folks, y'all don't get it. I'm giving you stuff that you ain't going to even. But email me one self-care goal you have. What are you going to do self-care wise? And I just want to hear from you. That's my email address. What are you going to do to take care of you? Because those of you watching this probably are not doing it right now. What are you going to start doing? I'm going to start reading a book. I got my book sitting here. I grab one, start reading. Am I going to take walks in the park? Am I going to start a workout program? Am I going to start a diet and exercise program? Don't exclude diet and exercise. You only get one body. Take care of that precious vessel because you only get one of them. And what are you going to do? Because self-care is about you so that you can be more effective in helping others. So again, if you have any questions, reach out to us. I share a little bit about who we are. Thank you for your time. I hope this information was helpful. Take care.